In 2021. I live in Georgia. They've been sending me voting flyers like this for about a month. But they're like thick cardboardy paper, and that's good for testing the edges of weapons. It's harder to cut than paper in rigidity, but easier in some ways because this will still cut fairly cleanly with a less sharp blade. So, a friend of mine had given me this some years ago. It's basically just some piece of wood he carved and painted into a boken-like sword. Apparently hit a lot of things with it and damaged it. But tonight I was thinking about it, and it just sits in my collection of canes and walking sticks. I thought, I was considering making a wooden sword club, like used in many cultures throughout the world. Pacific Islands, the Harii, which were the Germanic ghost warriors in the migration period, were said to use wooden clubs instead of swords at nights because they didn't reflect. So maybe they used something more like a sword club like this. Now, he had already carved the handle, and the rough shape was all painted. I did the edge tonight, and although it is not sharp enough to cut, it certainly is a fine edge as far as wood's concerned. There was already little scratches there that was in that shape, so I made it into a Taurus hammer. Did a little bit of work on the grip here from where my fingers go to make it a little more comfortable. But even though this is not sharp enough to cut me, obviously I'm running my finger up and down the edge with some pressure. It does, like I said, it's fairly acute edge, but let me show you what it can do. Well, I made it all the way to the editing process before I realized that I did not actually capture footage of me cutting the paperboard. Line that up, and you see, although it cuts jagged, there we go, jaggedy, it did clearly cut. So, my next test, not for this video, but at some point, will be to pork and see if we can get a clean cut on pork. Well, there you go, the experiment of the evening, and did as I expected it probably would, and cut. So, we'll see what it does when I thaw out the pork sometime soon. Ilson, and good night, folks.